Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Horton. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Really nice play getting that 1st down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing the NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next 1st-round pick at the wide receiver position from them.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Caught, close to the marker, it's Bernard. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And at this point on the field, I mean, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still 1st and... Touchdown time! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Going right and going deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Moore will throw. Still looking, on the move. On a little time, lets it go.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
And the Ducks will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give us really good field position.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try and put some points on the board.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Grab near the marker. It's Bernard. And he murders into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now we'll see how they respond.
With the catch, it's Miller. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
A great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Gets it out fast. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more with that trip to the house.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Whittington. Got enough for the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. We're off to a fast start here. Offenses are humming as we're in the final minute of the first quarter. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Power football with the run.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough number.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll leave it with him. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Let's it fly. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page. Now it's decision time for the head coach on fourth.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down. I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
In the world of ancient Egyptian religions, the sun was embodied by the god Ra. The Egyptians imagined him in a boat, and he sailed across the sky each day. And they also told stories that explained where he went when the sun set.
In Egyptian religion, Ra dies every night. He goes through a nocturnal journey into the underworld. One of the functions of the Egyptian priesthood was to prepare for and celebrate the rebirth of Ra, the sun and dawn.
Ra's importance to the ancient Egyptians can be seen in the celestial alignment of the pyramids of Giza. But how did builders achieve such an astonishing level of accuracy over 4,500 years ago?
It's easy to think that ancient people didn't really know how to do any of this stuff. And in fact, they understood the way the sun moved. They understood the way the shadows moved. They had the knowledge of astronomy and geometry and engineering that was fine for doing this sort of thing. They were able to find the directions of north, south, east, and west pretty accurately. And all you need is a long stick, plumb bob, and a hammer. This long stick is called a gnomon, and if you stick it in the ground straight up and down, it will cast a shadow due to the sunlight. That's not bad. Now that we have our gnomon in the ground and it's straight up and down, it's casting a shadow due to the sunlight. Now all we have to do is mark the end of that shadow several times over the course of the day. That's going to make an arc on the ground as the sun rises and sets. And that's what's going to help me find east and west. Once we have the arc in the ground representing the length of the shadow over the course of the day, we can take a piece of string and tie it to this gnomon, move out a certain distance, and then just use that to draw a circle in the ground. That circle will intersect the arc in two spots. Draw a line connecting those 2 points. That points east and west.
Experts believe this is how the ancient Egyptians used the sun to align the pyramids of Giza to north, south, east, and west. Across the world, every civilization built.
The Aztecs tended to a temple in the east facing west, especially for Tenochtitlan's great temple. The two shrines on top of it aligned so that at the equinox, the sun would rise directly between them. We can see
Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Pulls it in. It's Bernard. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. There's the pressure. That's caught. It's Bernard. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Offense changing the play. On fourth down, looking to pass. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week. And you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him. And a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option.
And just a great job on the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff the run play, make them get more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run play.
On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And it's been a rough start for this defense. They've given up too many yards, a third down right there, but a good chance to bow your neck now, to make a statement. First and goal, we got to be physical, got to stop the run game, get a chance to make a stop on this first possession, and force a field goal.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. Trying to barge in, and they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Great team defense on that ball. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to
If the leverage going over in my head,
coverage is going to
as the leverage going over in my head, like I gotta
This
be
is
off
something
this
these two
ladder.
guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and
Bounce
it's
back
paying
at me.
dividends now.
Yeah, and hit you complete, man. Jimmy, they were supporting all of them. So I had a little push off.
Here he
I
comes
learned
with
through
return.
my first couple running backs, you're going to hit a
Makes
ladder.
a move.
Try to
What a
hit it
great
as hard as you
return,
can.
and he flips
Because
the
it is,
field to
you know,
start this
metal
drive
strip.
off,
It's
and he
real.
just
The
about
metal
scored
control.
himself. It is
Lesson,
so good to have a
lesson,
dangerous
pain.
return
Gotcha.
man.
Rolling through the ladder with me hurt. It's a very long ladder. It has ends. The only thing that hurt was when it broke. The ladder came down and hit the floor. So it was one run right here.
First snap in this drive will
Got
come from the
it.
46.
That's the only thing that got me. That's why I rolled off.
To the air.
As the ladder's going over in my head, I'm like, I gotta be off this ladder before it touches the rope. Yeah, when it touches the rope, it's gonna bounce back at me. Yeah, and it's Carly and Jimmy, they were supporting all of them. So I had to push up.
Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, how about that stick at the end? Nice job sticking the big tight end, making sure he doesn't get that first job. That's how you play physical defense. That's how you make him remember those tackles later in the game.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on that throw.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field After that long completion for their first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he added the extra point. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his man. It's locked. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
To throw, it's Carr. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. He'll pitch it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle. Back on the line.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with this decision.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Working that left side now. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Unloads to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Yeah, and you can tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. This is one of those plays where he puts it on the money and you just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
Caught near the sticks, it's Lewis. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains, it's first down at the 27.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Just keeps swinging it. Unleashes one deep. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown tie.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got a man, it's Fields. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll run play action.
What?
Quickly complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, he saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Under fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on 1st down and a quarterback hit on 2nd down. Got to do a better job.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Carr. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your 1st drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now...
Makes a catch, 1st down and maybe a lot more. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Looking downfield on 1st down. The screen, he's got wheels. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Rush is on him. That's caught. It's lost. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage. calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Makes the grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
Yeah, it's tough for the defense. The tight end's just so big and physical, and it's hard to drag him down. He only needed a few yards to get that first down. Defense will have to do a better job next time.
He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass on second down. Lets it go to the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.